Amir. Lại chịu lại. A very good evening to all. Manojit sir, are you there? Manojit sir, are you there? Manojit sir, are you there? Manojit sir? Manojit sir? A very good evening to all. Since the, the clock has struck 7, it's time for us to begin our webinar. So I take this opportunity to welcome you all to the webinar organized by the Teachers Council and IQAC Kalimpong College. I welcome our distinguished guests, Dr. Samrat Laskar and Dr. Partha Kramakar, to the webinar. So, in this new normal way of doing things, we are gathered here for the second webinar of our college. I welcome all the participants who have joined us both on Google Meet as well as YouTube. Welcome all. So here I would like to introduce the keynote speaker of our day, Dr. Samrat Laskar. Dr. Samrat Laskar is an assistant professor of English in the West Bengal Education Service.
This call is now being recorded.
After serving in different colleges across West Bengal, he is presently posted at GTA in the capacity of Deputy Director of Public Instruction, Education Directorate, Government of West Bengal. He did his PhD from the University of Calcutta. He has published papers and delivered lectures extensively in the areas of eco-criticism, post-colonial fiction, cultural studies, and linguistics. Welcome, Dr. Samrat Laskar. Now I request our principal, sir, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Thakal, for his welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Am I audible? Good evening, and giving me this opportunity to welcome all the participants once more. I'd like to express my deep gratitude to Dr. Samrat Laskar and Dr. Partha Karmakar for accepting our invitation and agreeing to deliver a talk on career advancement scheme for the teachers. It will be a great help because there are a lot of confusions and misunderstanding about various issues on caste. In the meantime, I think a new policy is also being framed about how to improve the evaluation of the teachers. At present, we have a very quantitative system of caste, and UGC has actually resolved. And there are many professors and there are eminent experts who say that a more qualitative approach and more qualitative assessment criterion should be developed. That leaving aside, I don't think that's the topic and that's the subject matter for today. Today, I think the speakers will concentrate more on what is there at present, under which we all have to actually prepare our cash plans and programs, projects. Therefore, without wasting much time on my welcome address, I just want to conclude that once again we feel the Kalimpong College family feels deeply obliged and express our gratitude to the speakers. And I welcome all the participants and I thank and I congratulate our team which has organized this webinar. Thank you very much. Welcome you all. And I wish this seminar is a great success and meaningful to all of you. With these words, over to Yosna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request our keynote speaker, Dr. Samrat Laskar, to give his keynote address. Dr. Samrat Laskar, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Perfectly, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Um, I obviously thank you, Kalimpong College, for inviting me for this particular webinar and to speak on gas, which obviously is a very, very important matter for us all, the teachers of higher education. And obviously, as you can see, that this has been organized by the Teachers Council, Kalimpong College, in association, obviously, with the IQAC, Kalimpong College. If I'm not audible, please leave a message. If I'm audible, then it is okay.
No, you are audible.
Okay, then it is okay. Then let me continue. So obviously, the subject matter which has been chosen by Kalimpong College is a great thing, a matter of importance for all of us. It is CAS, its functions and relevance in higher education. And obviously you all know that we, the teachers of higher education, we often have a grievance that why do we need to go to all these grinds about cash, this career advancement scheme? Because in any other professions, if you just simply compare, you'll find that they obviously relatively have a much easier promotional scheme or promotional system. So we have that grievance. Obviously, as a teacher, I would also say that perhaps it is right, but at the same time, that is the way it is. That is the way how UGC has framed the guidelines. Obviously, it changes it from time to time, but that's a different matter. So we have to abide by that. Now, as the title says, it is CAS, its functions and relevance. Obviously, I would first of all want to address the younger generation of teachers, because you know, the younger generation of teachers who have just joined, they are very eager, as well as they are very, I would say, tensed about this entire hullabaloo about cash, because even when we joined, we have a lot of tension that how would you go through this promotional process. And you know that the way as it is now, because of the weightage given to teaching, about the extracurricular activities, as well as you can find the research thing, which obviously day by day, it is becoming very, very difficult. And I know that as most of the participants are coming from the GTA colleges or the colleges near and of the hill areas, you know that working at those colleges, obviously there would be a lot of difficulties in carrying out the researches. And every day, all these parameters of research, parameters of publication, it is becoming very difficult. Take for example the UGC care list journals. It is so arbitrary done and it is being changed so regularly that it is becoming very difficult for the teachers to really publish a good article in a UGC care list journal. But if you don't publish it, then you will not get any numbers, which is very essential, particularly for those who are going to be promoted for associate professions. Take, for example, a teacher who works in a science discipline. Being a teacher from humanities discipline, we have one added advantage is that we don't need laboratory work. But what about those science teachers who are working in a remote area college, who have to do all those classes and have to go by all those hours which have been stipulated by UGC, very, very rigorous, you have seen the number of hours. It is being increasing day by day. You have to take all those classes. You have to do all the extracurricular works which have been thrust upon you by your principal, by your head of the departments, by all the other people. And then you expect, the UGC expect, or I would say even us, the government expect us to do quality research works and publish in careless journals, particularly for the science stream. It is very difficult, I would say. So we all know, understand these problems. And the young teachers, obviously, they are tensed and rightfully tensed for that. But we have to do these things because there are no other way until now. There have been efforts to simplify this process, but until a concrete decision is taken, both by the central government and state government, that the cash procedure would be simplified, we have to abide by what is actually placed upon that. I also know that some of you have some grievances about the way that even after the cash is being processed, how the official procedure for the pay fixation takes a lot of time. And very specifically talking about the GTA colleges, you know that there have been a lot of problems. You have perhaps submitted the documents 6 months back, still the pay fixation has not yet been done, and you are waiting until the pay fixation is done, or then obviously what you will do for the next cash scheme. So these problems are there, and I don't know that when it will be addressed rightfully, but I have joined a new post, and I would try to act as a sort of liaison officer to redress some of the problems. But that is not really the matter here. Actually, we are going to talk about cash. Actually, by we, I particularly meant Dr. Partho Karmakar. And obviously, he is a very, very competent speaker. Just wait for him. And I think that all of you who have registered, I have been informed that a huge number of participants have registered. That is very encouraging. And I am sure, certain, that you will not be disappointed. Because Dr. Partho Karmakar, obviously, I know him for a long time, but that is not the reason. Because I know him and I will praise him. That is not the reason. He obviously is an experienced speaker on CAS. Obviously, it is also my duty, beyond being a keynote speaker, to introduce with you Dr. Karmakar. And let me say something about him. Because obviously, before listening to his lecture, you should want to know that what are the credentials of the speaker, because that will give you some sort of idea who is the speaker. Now, Dr. Karmakar is working presently as the Deputy Secretary Academic of West Bengal Board of Secondary Education, but that is not the only designation which obviously I want to speak. He is also a teacher. He has been working in government colleges for more than 13 years. He has worked in Bethune College. He has worked in Bidhannagar College. And he has also worked in North Bengal, by the way. He has worked in Jalpaiguri Engineering College. He has also served at Bikash Bhavan as OSD and assistant DPI. And also, along with me, I think some of you know that 5 years back, the government actually established 20 new government colleges. And I had the good fortune to be his colleague in the sense that in 2 adjacent colleges, we worked as the officer in charge. Dr. Kormukar was the officer in charge of Muragacha Government College. And with a lot of competence, I have seen it clearly. He has served that college and established that college and worked hard day and night. But obviously, his main criteria to speak about you is that, or speak in front of you is that he knows the rules and regulations about CAS. Obviously, in his hands, I think he knows it very well. And not only that, obviously, being a very amiable and helpful person, I think he will not only give
Please
the
stop
lecture.
presenting screen.
He will not only give the lecture, he will also try to address some of your queries. I know you have a lot of queries. Those queries, I hope, will be addressed by Dr. Kormukar's speech. So without much ado, I would just want to stop here, but with one request to the colleges. I think one of the basic liaison which is maintained between the incumbent who are applying for CAS and the administration, that is the principal or the teacher in charge, is the IQSC. So obviously, this IQSC has a very, very huge role to play. So not only the coordinator of IQSC, please let me assert it that, but all the members of IQSC has to be proactive, helpful, and kind. I think that is one of the qualities often we lack. I think we should all abide by the rules, regulations. That is okay. But there must be some amount of kindness, some amount of proper communication which must be done by the IQAC people. And obviously, as this has been done, this has been being organized by the IQAC of Kalimpong College, I think this type of seminars or webinars, I would say, is a necessity. So I wish this webinar all the best wishes, and I stop here, and obviously please listen to Dr. Kormukar's speech. He's
Thank you, sir. I request the participants to stop presenting your screens. It is a little disturbing.
Am I audible and visible?
Thank you
Hello?
so much.
Audible and visible both?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're visible
Okay.
and audible.
Namaskar. Good evening to all of you. Dr. Rajendra P. Dhakal, Honorable Principal of Kalimpong College. Dr. Samrat Lashkar, Honorable DPI GTA. Respected Dr. D.D. Roy, IQSC Coordinator. Sri Monojit Dasgupta, Secretary PCS and convener of this webinar, all other members of the organizing committee, and my respected and dear participants who are the faculty members of different colleges and universities. At first, I want to convey my sincere thanks to the college authority and particularly Dr. Samrat Lashkar for inviting me as a speaker in this webinar entitled academic and administrative responsibilities of college teachers, thrusting upon their promotion under CAS. Before going into the category-wise discussion of CAS, I want to focus on some academic and administrative responsibilities of teachers related to their promotion under CAS. Before joining to an institution, that may be college or maybe university, one thinks that he or she will take the classes and perform academic responsibilities only. But my dear friends, I request all of you, you have to take not only the responsibilities of academic activities, but also of administrative responsibilities, not only for the institution, but also for your promotion under CAS. I request all of you to keep all kinds of raw documents which are available to you. Suppose you are act as an invigilator in an examination hall. That may be university exam, that may be college exam. We all know that there is a convener for each examination. And the convener prepares a roster of teachers for invigilation. I request all of you to take photocopy of that roster of teachers. At the time of taking the responsibility of one room of the examination, you have to put your signature at a suitable place. I request all of you to put the sign with time. After completion of the examination, that is why you are going to submit the answer scripts to the convener of the exam. Please put your signature with date. Why? At the time of taking the responsibility of the room and after discharging your responsibilities, the difference between this period, that is 3 hours or 2 hours, you will get the actual hours spent for the examination as invigilator. This will be required by you. Suppose you are invited to deliver a lecture in a state level or university level or national level or international level seminar. When you are invited by the organizer, please request the organizer to send you a letter of invitation for delivering your lecture or keynote address, as the case may be. And after completion of your program, that is after delivering your lecture in the seminar, please take a letter of performance from the organizer. Therefore, you have to keep 2 documents. One document will prove that you were assigned to act as the resource person, and the second document will prove that you have performed successfully your assignment. Generally, it is seen that the college authority, that is the principal or the YC or the TIC, provides a certificate mentioning all the academic and administrative responsibilities of a college teacher during a academic session. But it may happen that the principal may get transferred or may retire. But if you can keep the raw documents, then the new principal or the new TIC or the new YC who will take the responsibility of that college will be able to provide you the certificate on the basis of these raw documents which are at your hand. Remember that chair may change, but paper will speak. Now I want to mention some important ethical issues of teachers. Try to maintain good relation with all of the institution from capital P to small p. Here capital P stands for the principal and the small p stands for the peon. Next point, try to keep healthy relation to your hierarchy as it is your immediate supreme authority. Always keep it in your mind that your career, promotion, leave, and other facilities depend on your duty, which is judged by your appointing authority. Please cooperate the institution in every respect. As we spend our more time in the college, so it is our Bengal family. So we should maintain good relation with all. Please treat the institution as not the second home, but treat it as sweet home. It is my earnest request to all of you. In college, different departments and the management run hand to hand. So we have to keep well connection among staff and higher authority. We have to learn how we will manage every situation in our college, and it is highly necessitated to acquire the skill of handling workplace conflict management. We have to innovate ourselves every day in our day-to-day professional life. You might dislike a person who is in the higher chair, like the principal, like vice principal, like bursar, or IQAC coordinator. But please, I request all of you again, honor the chair and try to maintain the dignity when you are in discussion with the higher authority and even with your colleagues. Be humble in your appeal, but it does not mean that you will compromise to the injustice. Do not consider your hierarchy as your opposition. Mind it that they are observing your duties. Do not keep yourself only in the classroom teaching, but try to develop your institutions and be spontaneous in accepting and discharging your responsibilities. Always keep records of your day-to-day performance so that the information can be collected in the time of need. Try to take certificate, appraisal, feedback, letter of appreciation just after completion of your duties. Try to be engaged in all sorts of official duties without judging the level of work. That is, I want to say, from capital P to small p, from principal to peon. You should organize seminar, conference, symposium, workshop in your institution, as it will score in cash for you and also NAC for your institution. Try to be engaged in different community related activities which will be discussed in detail, like blood donation camp, tree plantation, and other social works. Do not take any unauthorized leave. Do not take any unauthorized leave. Please note that No leave can be claimed as a matter of right. No leave can be claimed as a matter of right, including CL also. We cannot say that CL is our right. No leave can be claimed as a matter of right. And do not consider casual leave as your right. Try to communicate to your hierarchy before taking such leave. Otherwise, that leave will be converted to unauthorized leave. Try to keep year-wise data relating to your contribution in all the activities related to your cash. Ultimately, it can be concluded in a nutshell that if you think for the betterment of your institution, it will be returned to you. If you are devoted for the advancement of the institution, your career advancement will come automatically. Then you need not to be worried about collection of API score before scanning. You will be automatically able to acquire the sufficient API score for all the categories. We know that there are 3 categories which will be discussed after a few minutes. There are some teachers I know who are from government colleges, and there are some teachers who are from government-aided colleges, and there are some teachers who are from university. I request the teachers who are from government colleges, please follow WBSR, West Bengal Service Rule, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And those who are from government-aided colleges, please try to see the college manual and all government orders published by the department or various higher authorities. For the teachers who are in university, please see the statute, act, etc. We know that there is a teachers council, governing body, and for teachers council, in every college there is a teachers council. All of you should go through the respective GO. The teachers who are the members of the governing body of the same college or another college, please see the respective GO. GO number is 493 DNCS 2017 and dated 5th March 2017. Please follow the rule. For service book, I want to mention a point. Each and every faculty member should keep a duplicate service book or an attested photocopy of it. If the original is lost, then it will meet the same purpose. For transfer rule, for both government and government colleges, there is transfer rule. For government-aided colleges, transfer rule, Kolkata Gazette notification number 276 of 2017, dated 31st October 2017. Own transfer for own seeking, transfer, mutual transfer, and transfer public interest, that is administrative transfer. Also remember that transfer under this rule cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Like if transfer under this rule cannot be claimed as a matter of right. But there is a specific order for transfer of college teachers from colleges and from government-aided colleges. Please go through the respective GO. You will get everything about RTI Act 2005. In every college, that may be government and government-aided, there must be RTI section. There is the order by EPI bearing memo number ED 9194 of 2017, dated 27 September 2017. Two members will be there in the college. One will be the HPIO and the other will be the authority. Any citizen of India can apply for RTI, and the list of the persons who are the SPIO affiliate authority must be in the website of the concerned institution, West Bengal Helping. There is West Bengal Helping 2008 for government employees, including government colleges. And there is also another health scheme for the beneficiaries of untenured colleges and universities 2017. And your number is 1897 of 2017, dated 30th July 2017. If you want to get the information about this health scheme, please see the corresponding video. You will get everything there. I am not going to the details of it. There are another scheme, Sasto scheme for others, CWTT, daily rate, casual non-teaching employees, government and government colleges. So, the benefits of yes, free travel for government colleges, for government colleges. For government aided colleges, please see the Giona 320 April 2007. You will get with all teachers, government colleges are do pay officers or gated officers. Each office who have receiving system. I request all of you, please regularly website of different authorities like higher education department, finance, education, etc. Please check your mail at a regular basis. About HRS, house rent allowance, I am on one point. If both husband and wife are in city and there is specific order, if their services are at different places with a far distance, sorry, now I'm going into the discussion of caste. Before that, I want to discuss about something. I want to mention a few about OP. I know there are several questions to you. Several questions. What is the eligibility of OPRC? The minimum experience is required to do OPRC. Which one is the first? OP or OP or OPRC? Can an associate professor participate in RC? Is online OPRC applicable for CAS? Is online webinar is applicable for CAS? There are OPRC in India and first type of questions. I know. I want to mention a little bit about it. What about the ability of OPRC? Please listen. Under Section 2 of the UC Act, they may not yet be fit under Section B. May be invited to participate in the orientation program, other research courses, the teachers of colleges that not yet come in value of Section 2F have admitted to a university for at least 5 years to be permitted to participate in the courses. That's why these are this. All courses we organized by the UC HCM's Management Center. Previously, it was Academic College. UC College is renamed HRC Development. Distributed by HRCs in India. Out of 66, in Bengal there are 4 HRCs. One Kerala University, one Bardwan University, third one Adapur University, and North Bengal University. All courses organized with UC HRC. No different course. Any problem? Am I audible? Checking is hello. Hello. Any problem? Okay. Only teacher course will already allotted to university department or college. When at HRC exists, I request you if you want to dig up, please see guidelines, teacher guidelines 2019. It is mandatory for every new appointed teacher to attend immersion program within 1 year of his or her to his registration or termination. The main purpose of induction to make a teacher about the atmosphere of sensitize him or to classroom realities and understand the bond between different stakeholders, realizing a professional experience and developing an agent of economic and national development. For orientation program, newly intellect after
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Sorry for the interruption. I can't hear you. Last 10 minutes, there's some problems actually. Can't hear properly. Please check the sound, sir.
I can listen to my listen. Any problem?
Voice is not clear actually. It's breaking.
Yes, breaking. Yes, we can't hear properly, sir.
Voice is breaking. Okay. May I change? Okay. I am. Please wait. Okay, please wait.
Okay, sir.
Huh? Hello. Can you listen?
Yes, sir. A problem is coming, sir. The voice is breaking.
Sir, please leave the meeting and rejoin. Sir, please
Hello?
leave the meeting and rejoin. It may
Hello?
help.
Any problem? I have changed the set. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello?
Sir, please leave the meeting and rejoin. It may help.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. হচ্ছে না বন্ধ করো রোটেট কথা বলিস না
I request all the participants to be patient. It seems there are some connected issues from the speaker because we can hear the video and audio of the participants are pretty clear. Karnaka, sir?
Hello?
Sir, are you there?
Hello? Am I
Yes,
audible?
Karnaka, sir, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you see me? Hello?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Am
The
I
video
audible
is-
and visible? Both?
Yes,
Am I
sir,
audible?
yes, you're audible.
Visible? Okay.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I have
So you
changed
can
my
go
set.
ahead.
Okay, I have changed my set. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You could not listen to my words.
So your voice was breaking. Now it's
Till now.
okay.
Till now.
it's
Till now.
okay, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, I want to focus on some OP and RC. Everything okay? Audible? Visible?
Yes, sir, now
Okay,
you're
okay,
audible.
okay, 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 okay,
I think the
okay,
participants agree with me.
okay, okay, okay,
Yes, sir, you are audible now. Clearly
okay,
audible.
okay, okay, okay. I want to focus on some OP and RC. I know that all of you have so many questions regarding OPRC about eligibility of OP or RC. What is the minimum experience required for attending OP or RC? Which one is at first, OP or RC? Where from OP or RC? Can an associate professor participate in OC or RC? Is online OP or RC applicable for CAS? Is online webinar is applicable for CAS? I know that you have several questions. Whether SACT, state-aided college teachers, eligible for OPRC? I am just giving some information about OPRC. I request all of you to do RC from HRDC, Human Resource Development Center. There are 66 number of Human Resource Development Centers in India. Out of 66, in West Bengal, there are 4. One is University of Bardwan, HRDC. Second one is Calcutta University. Third one, HRDC, Jadavpur University. Fourth one, North Bengal University. What is the eligibility of doing OP or RC? I have already mentioned, but I am reading it since voice was breaking. Faculty members working in universities and colleges that are included under Section 12 of the UGC Act, even though they may not yet be fit under Section 12B, may be invited to participate in the orientation program or the professor courses. The teachers of colleges that do not yet come within the purview of Section 12 but have been affiliated to a university for at least 5 years will be permitted to participate in the courses. No refresher course will be separately allotted to a university department or college where an human resource development center exists. The UGC has decided not to grant equivalence to the courses programs other than those UGC sponsored refresher courses orientation programs conducted by UGC HRDC for the purpose of career advancement scheme. However, the courses conducted by PMMNNTT means Pandit Madan Mohan Malabya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching centers will be recognized as indicated in the UGC regulations 2018. About online OPRC, there is till date there is no order from the government of West Bengal. Due to pandemic situation, we may hope, but until order from the government of West Bengal is published, nothing can be said about online webinar also. It is mandatory for every newly appointed teacher to attend induction program within 1 year of his or her appointment prior to his or her regulation or confirmation in the service. About orientation programs, newly appointed teachers up to 6 years of continuous service and all those teachers who require orientation program for getting a higher grade will be allowed. Part-time ad hoc, temporary, contractual teacher at least 3 academic sessions in an institution without differentiating them on the basis of their type of management, which has been applied to university program, to a university program, professor course, to enhance their skills, or refresher courses. Refresher courses are open for participants having an orientation program as prerequisite qualification. Therefore, you have to first do OP, then RC. However, please keep in mind, however, in exceptional cases, a teacher may be out complete RC prior to completion of an OP. Also, there should be a minimum gap of 1 year between two courses subject to as per UGC rules. But it may happen that your cash due is very near. There is no time. You have to complete OP and RC in a single year. Otherwise, your cash will be deferred. In that case, you may do OP and RC in a single year if the college authority permits. If the college authority has no objection and HRDC, respective HRDC allows you to do that course, then there will be no problem in cash. Therefore, you can do OP and RC in a single year. In some circumstances, it may be there. It may happen that you have completed RC first, then you have gone to OP. There will be no problem in your case. I can think that your doubts are clear related to OP and RC. Next, that is important point I want to mention. Counting of past service, very important. You are assistant professor of college or university. Before that, you served an institution. That may be college, that may be school, that may be junior high school, that may be secondary school, that may be high secondary school, that may be private college, that may be engineering college. But joining to institution, you serve another institution. Now the question is that whether your past service will be counted or not. I know that some of you have a question. For those who want to mention, there are three types. One is counting of past service towards protection. Second one, counting of past service towards success, and counting of past service towards energy benefit. If you come from school to college, you need pensionary benefit, protection also, but not cash benefit. There is a specific order of past service. If you come from aided college to government college, if you come from government college to aided college, if you come school to any college or university, please follow the respective order. If you come from your previous service was at national labs, national scientific lab, professional organization like CSIR, ICAR, ICAR, DRDO, UGC, ICSSR, ICHR, ICMR, DBT, etc. From these national level or scientific organization, if you come from these to any college, you may get counting of past service. You have to follow order number 920 dated 30th December 2012. To get the past service, you have to move to Education Directorate, to the DPI, through College Authority for issuance of such government order, counting of past service order. You must apply through the proper channel, and some certain conditions must be satisfied to get the benefit of past service. While counting of past service for cash, no distinction will be made with reference to the nature of management of the institution, where the previous service was rendered by the concerned teacher. That may be private, that may be local body, that may be a government by the concerned income. Provided the earlier service was in the same equivalent level. Next, departmental profile. After this, I shall go to the category-wise discussion of CAS for scoring API. After that, departmental profile. We know that there are several teaching posts: assistant professor, associate professor, professor for government college and universities. And in government aided colleges, there is no post by name professor. Departmental head is there. I request the departmental head to the following information. Departmental meeting head regularly. Notice should be, and the notice board should be, and the notice should be displayed time to time. Before start of each semester, there should be a department meeting mentioning agenda like distribution of syllabus among the faculty members. Meeting should end with a formal resolution, and the duration of the meeting should be noted. All meeting, note that all meeting must be recorded with time. It will be required in your API score. After end of each semester, an intimation that may be hard copy, that may be soft copy, regarding the completion of their assignments, including syllabus, etc., should be communicated to the principal. Monitoring of students should be there. Suppose there are 60 number of students in Bengali honors, and there are 7 number of teachers in the department of Bengali. And therefore, if one teacher monitor 10 students, then 10 into 6, that is 60 students should be monitored by 6 teachers. These teachers are the plain crucible and guide of to mention that there are SACT, state aided college teachers. Those who previously, those who were named as government approved PTT, part-time teachers, government approved CWTT, guest teachers, all are now SACT, state aided college teachers. I think that all teachers got the approval of SACT from the college. Most of that PTT or CWTTs. All of us are acquainted with the popular term audit. And we generally think that audit means financial audit. But there should be an academic audit after completion of each academic year. Hope all of you can understand what I mean to say. This academic audit includes everything related to academic affairs, including whether assigned syllabus to each teacher has been completed or not. Keep in mind that when any faculty member performing some extra responsibilities like IQC coordinator or SS program officer or coordinator, that not only add a feather to the department, but also enhance the departmental position, the accreditation of NAC. For librarian, just I want to mention that role of librarian in the institution plays an important role. And service contents and other matters related to librarians is see the respective GO published in 2014 EDN 348 ENCS dated 24th April 2014. And it should be noted that librarians, assistant librarians or deputy librarians, as the case may be, considered as teaching status. They are considered teaching status. Non-vacational teaching staff, they are non-vacational teaching staff. Duty hours and nature of duty, relevant provisions of the state, of the affiliating university. And leave is also as government 762 PAGS dated 3rd of the promotion of librarians just after completion of discussion about the teacher promotion. Now I am entering into the main portion, that is how to get API, how your promotion will be done. Just a minute. First of all, you have to know the term PBAS. PBAS, Performance Based Appraisal System. PB means Academic Performance Indicator. API based PBAS. You have to know what is API based PBS. Before that, I want to mention that if your due date of promotion is on or after 30th June 2010, but before 8th June 2017, 8th December 2017, then old process is based PBS is to be followed. And if your promotion date is on or after 8th December 2017, then new API method should be followed. Now, I shall focus on UGC Regulation 2016 1373 CS dated 7th December 2017. Since the last order of the government of published by the High Government of what's your duty? What's the teacher's duty? What is the teacher's duty? First of all, complete API-based PBAS format. Where API-based PBAS format in order number 1373, dated September 2017. You will get the API-based PBAS format. First of all, you have to complete the API-based PBAS format with the documents. Justify it. Then you have to submit it to the IQAC coordinator. Role of IQAC coordinator is very, very important. IQAC coordinator will check your eligibility, whether you are eligible for promotion or not. And after checking eligibility, he will sign the respectus. IQAC coordinator may see the original documents at the time of verification. I request all nations to cooperate IQAC to assess you for your documents. Then the principal will sign and will call a governing body meeting for getting permission for GPI and investment. Principal will request the GPI West Bengal for sending government nominee, since government nominee is to be nominated by the GPI West Bengal. And university nominee, principal will declare the licensor of the respective university for sending university nominee. After getting the names of the nominees, selection committee or screening evaluation committee is formed. But as stage 1 to stage 2, we know that when someone service status is assistant professor stage 1, after that assistant professor stage 2, after that assistant professor stage 3, and after that professor in government colleges. Now, selection committee or the screening committee, there is a form part C, and form part C is to be used by the selection committee for promotion, and it will be declared that the proposal for promotion under cash in respect of the concerned income on the post of assistant professor such and such with effect from such and such. After that, GB will ratify the process. Then the principal will submit it to the GPI. That is a platform is used by the respective governing body of the or the administrator of the college. Party is left by the screening commission of the selection committee, and part B by the governing body or the administrator of the college for government aided colleges. After completing all, principal will call a GB role of GB that is GB will monitor everything. After GB, the principal will the entire documents, including just previous format to the GPI West Bengal for fixation under yes. Next, very important. What I have when you enter the college, you begin assistant professor one. If you want to move from assistant professor stage 1 to stage 2, number one, if you join college with PhD, then your first promotion will be due just after completion of 4 years. If you are PhD, and if you join with MPhil or equivalent degree, your next promotion will be just after completion of 5 years. And if you join college without PhD or MPhil, you will from assistant professor stage 1 to stage 2, after completion of 6 years. The question: if a teacher joins the college after 4.5 years, is average degree or MPhil degree, then what will be no where this cash will be due? This is a question. I know this is a question for those teachers. One mention one geo, and the geo number is memo number is ED049 of 2016, dated 3rd March 2016. This is about the subject of the order, partial modification of the director's memo ED103 dated 18th February 2013. If the incumbent acquires PhD or PhD degree just after completion of 4 years of service or 5 years of service and before 6 years of service respectively, he or she will be eligible to move to stage 2 from the date of award of PhD or MPhil degree, subject to fulfilling of other UGC regulations. Hope I can make you understand. I could meet your query. An assistant professor stage 2 to stage 3, if you want to stage 2 to stage 3, you must complete 5 years of service in this stage. And if you move from stage 3 to associate professor stage 4, you have to complete 3 years of service in this stage. 3 years of service in this stage. Eligibility for stage 1 to stage 2, 1 OP and 1 RC. I request who are new in this service, new teachers in this service, who did not go for OP or RC, I request all of us, our sisters, please do RC form, any HRDC in India, any HRDC, that may be like, that may be Goa, that may be Delhi, anyway. OP and RC, 1 OP, 1 RC is required, stage 1 to stage 2, if you move. From 2 to 3, if you want to 2 to 3, only one refresher course all equivalent for a duration of not less than 2 weeks. And if you want to move from stage 3 to stage 4, 1 hour or 2 hours for term course. And those who are not PhD holders, between joining to TDET for MPhil, 2 publications are the teacher who is with PhD, only 1 publication is required. This is the criteria for moving from stage 1 to 2, 3, or 4. Next, dear friends, know that OP RC must be completed within due date. If OP or RC completed after due date, your cash will be deferred. If your promotion is due before December 2017, you have to follow UGC regulation 2010. If your promotion due on 8 on or after 8th December 2017, you have to complete the new API based PBS format, which is obtained on the GO 1373 December 2017. Next, category 1. I am going the depth of my lecture. Category 1. Category 1 is teaching, learning, and evaluation related activities. Teaching, learning, and evaluation related activities. Second marks is there, API score is there. You have to get the minimum API score. Category 1 is there, category 2 is there, category 3 is there, and that is API score. You have to see minimum API score in all the categories. Category 1 is teaching, learning, and evaluation related activities. You know that according to order, you know that direct teaching hours per week for semester is 16 hours, and for associate or professor it is 14 hours. It is in Geo. Under this category, teaching, learning, and evaluation related activities. First one is, there are three. First one is nature of activity is direct teaching. This is, you are teaching a classroom teaching. That is API. Maximum API for assessment 70. That is you can maximum 70 points as for associate professor it is 60 points. How this API is calculated? Mind that API will be in the new API based PBS format. Everything category 1 and category 2 will be calculated